Me and my housemate discussed our paranormal experiences in our house. Posted by Ash Vex. I did go into this a little bit on a previous post I made a short while back, but I decided to speak to my housemate about these things to make sure we were both experiencing things and I wasn't just insane. It's weird because she seems to be experiencing things more often than I am now. It used to be the other way around. A couple of days ago, we sat down and ended up discussing paranormal experiences. Not the first time we've done this. We went from talking about how we hear someone quietly pacing the landing at nighttime, sometimes daytime. And we talked about how we felt like we were being watched from the bathroom a lot of the time. I even told her about this white orb I see outside of our bathroom window regularly. She told me she sees it too, but we can't figure out what it could possibly be caused by because there's a giant wall blocking any lights from causing this effect. Then we ended up getting to seeing things. On the same day we decided to talk about it. We had both seen the same thing earlier that day. I saw it while I was in my room and she saw it in the kitchen. She saw a white figure just floating through towards the bathroom, and I saw something watching me from my door that was also completely white. It was kind of scary to realize we'd seen the same thing, and we'd figured out we saw it around 30 minutes after one another. She then asked me the weirdest question that's really not settled well with me at all, and I wanted to share this specifically. She asked me if I kept leaving the front door open. I'm a really paranoid person. I don't even leave it unlocked unless I'm only going around the corner to the shop. I'd never leave it open. We leave a lot of our things by the front door, so it's risky, especially in the neighborhood we live in. She told me that there'd been a few occasions now where she'll have woken up in the morning, so around 8 a.m. usually, and she'll go downstairs while I'm asleep in my room to see that our front door is wide open for anyone to just come in? Neither of us would do this, not even accidentally. I made a giant thing about it before she moved in. And even then, I have a dog that tries to run out of the house every chance he gets. We wouldn't risk that ever. Sometimes, I'm too afraid to even turn lights off. It's terrifying, honestly. I've even seen a specific red orb through the bathroom window, and trust me, it definitely isn't a reflection of anything. We've tested it. I'm 20 years old and still sprint up the stairs on the way to my room. Sometimes I'm actually too petrified to leave my room to use the bathroom if I get a weird feeling. I don't really know how to describe it. It's terrifying, but it's also never harmed any of us. My housemate told me she physically can't get a full night of sleep in her room, and neither can her daughter, and her room is like an attraction for insects, primarily flies. But there's nothing in there to cause them to get in her room or anything they're even interested in. We've used sprays and traps, but they never seem to get rid of them for long. It's just kind of scary when doors open and close by themselves. Sometimes I can hear it happen, and other times we go downstairs to find things have changed. For example, every night without fail, my housemate will put things on our side table in our living room, and we'll come downstairs to find those things spread out across the floor. And a common occurrence I've been noticing for the last 2 years, neither me nor my housemate work in any building or mechanical work. We don't do any DIY housework, just the usual cleaning. But every few days, maybe weeks, I find screws everywhere. On the stairs, in the living room, outside my room, in the kitchen, sometimes in the bathroom. They're just laying there on the floor. They've appeared out of nowhere and haven't come from any object that we've noticed so far. They just appear? I know these are small things that happen that aren't exactly thrilling, but it's genuinely scary and unsettling for us. I thought I'd share just in case anyone else experiences these things, and maybe we could share our experiences, find out if it's truly paranormal or if these things are just possibly coincidence. Cats being killed after 1 month. Posted by Patricia-Gimernes. Hi guys. A friend is going through a strange situation, and I would like to ask your opinion. It is the third cat that my friend adopts, and he appears dead in her apartment after 1 month. All the cats she adopts are in good health and happiness, and then after 1 month, they appear dead in the room. We don't know what's going on, and we're getting a little scared. What would be killing the cats? We already checked if there's any cleaning product in the house or anything that could be poisoning the cats, and we found nothing. Has anyone been through this or have an opinion? Hi guys. Clarifying some comments. The cats were taken to the vet and had no cause of death found. It is as if the heart stopped beating. There are no plants in the apartment, and they don't use any cleaning products or rat poison. My friend has a small child, so she takes great care with poisonous things. And there is no heater in the house, so there would be no problem with gas. We have already investigated all rational causes. Oregon Coast Mystery People. Posted by burn_this_place. About 10 years ago, my family and I were staying in Seaside, Oregon. And one night, my wife, niece, and I decided to go for a walk on the beach to look for shells. We walked from the house we were staying into the boardwalk and were stopped by 2 men that seemed to be in their early 20s. They asked us if we had a lighter and what we were doing out so late. While talking to them, all 3 of us noticed there was something off about that, you guys. Their skin didn't seem to fit the shape of their faces, almost like a mask, but not at the same time. Then we noticed that their eyes were off. They were solid black. After that, we decided to head straight to the waterline, which was a way down. While we were walking down the beach, we noticed them behind us quite a way back. So we decided to put some distance between us and them. I turned back around to see if they were still there and noticed they had just vanished. When I turned back to tell my wife and niece that they were gone, they both stopped in their tracks and froze. I looked ahead of us at what they were looking at, and to my amazement, the 2 guys were now in front of us, just a short distance ahead. It was like they were playing games with us. I still can't figure out how they would have got in front of us within the time span. We decided to book it to the main street of downtown and weave through a bunch of side streets back to the house to try and lose them. We made it back to the house we were staying in, but the rest of the night we kept hearing noises outside. This was the strangest encounter I've had, and I'm wondering if anyone else has had anything similar. Some odd experiences at my childhood home. Posted by Brick Viaduct. This happened since I was born up to when I was 9 and moved out. When? The 2000s. When I was a kid, I just lived in a normal suburban British home built in the 30s, like most interwar houses in larger British cities. It was that repetitive design which spanned an entire street, but there was just something strange about this one. It had things which to this day I haven't seen since. One encounter I kept on seeing was at night between 8 p.m. up to before 6 to 7 a.m. when I woke up for school. I saw what I can describe as smoke or steam floating around the room every so often. This never stopped nor started. It happened for the whole 9 years I was there. And at night, I saw this odd dark black shape, which was even darker than the darkness of the room itself, and carried this odd white thing in its hand. I think it was a knife, but I'm not sure. And it wasn't sleeping paralysis as I thought it was, because I can remember after I saw it running to my room and crying out and sleeping with them. And you may be thinking, have you seen this outside your room? Yes! My sister took a photo of me with a phone. Forgot what it was, but I'm sure it was an early iPhone. And there was this massive black figure behind me. I predict about 6 to 7 feet. We deleted that photo right away as my parents were superstitious and saw taking a photo of a ghost as bad luck, as if having a ghost wasn't bad luck in the first place. Also, another minor incident that happened was before closing the door to the downstairs bathroom. I heard a loud, manly scream, and I mean loud. The whole house heard it too and thought I did it, But I was like 5, so it couldn't have been me because it was a manly one. And it wasn't my dad because he worked long haul trucking in Europe and only came back on weekends. So it was only me, my mom, and my sister. And the source of the scream is still unknown. And of course, you had the normal slamming doors and lights turning off for no reason, and even TVs just turning on. I still have the TV. It doesn't do it anymore.